Okay, so last class we did circumference, and circumference was if I had a circle and I was right here and I wanted to walk all the way around this circle and not cut through the middle, how far would I have to go around? So it's the distance around a circle. Today what we're doing is 9.2, and that's the area of circles. And so our goal is to be able to find the area of a circle and a semicircle once we leave or once we're done with class today. So the area of the circle is trying to figure out if my room was a circle, how much carpet would I need to fill the whole circle? So now I'm filling it up and I'm trying to figure out how much would it take to fill the entire thing. So to find the area of a circle, just kidding, I forgot about your warm up. Nice try. I know that you guys were really pumped there for a sec. So I'm going to have you guys do the warm up, and then you're going to check your answers with mine, and then we'll get started on that area problem. So pause the video, figure out the warm up, and check your answers. So the radius is half of the diameter. So the radius would just be from here to here, so from the center out to the side. And so to figure out what the radius is, all we do is we cut the diameter in half. So we do 8 divided by 2, and we get 4. So now what is the circumference? The circumference is the diameter, which is all the way across, times pi, which we're just going to use 3.14. So 8 times 3.14 is 25.12, and so that is my circumference. So that's the distance around the circle. Now I want to figure out how much would it take to fill in the whole thing. So the area of a circle is found by A equals pi times your radius squared. So what that means is not times 2. This is your area equals pi times your radius times your radius. So we multiply by our radius 2 times. So this little floating 2 means that we multiply the radius 2 times. So example 1, find the area of the circle and use 22/7 for pi. So it's telling us to use this for pi. So step 1, use the formula and substitute the values. So we have pi, which is 22/7, times our radius, which is 7 squared. So now I'm going to rewrite that over here. Now we have to use PEMDAS, and so we need to do our exponents first. So we're going to multiply 7 times 7. So 7 times 7 is 49 times 22/7. So now we just multiply straight across. So we have 22 times 49. Oops, I'm writing in my highlighter. What was that? And then we divide by 7. And we get 154. So our area is about 154 centimeters squared. All right, so now let's do example 1b. So find the area of the circle and use 3.14 this time. So our formula is going to be 3.14 times our radius squared. But look here, they gave us the diameter. They gave us it all the way across, while before it was only halfway across. We can't use diameter in this formula. That's an R. We have to use radius. So we need to do radius equals our diameter divided by 2. So we have to do 26 divided by 2, and that gives us 13. So now we're going to do 3.14 times 13 squared. And so 3.14 times 13 squared. So let's figure out what is 13 squared first. So all you have to do is do 13 times 13, and we get 169 times 3.14. And now we're going to multiply those together. And we have times 3.14, and we get 530.66 inches, and then we do inches cubed because it's area, so this tells us that we found the area. All right, so now I'm going to have you do the try-its, and then you're going to check your answers with mine. So go ahead and pause the video and do the try-its. So they didn't tell us to use 3.14 or 22/7, so you can use whatever one you want. I chose to do 3.14, and so you do pi 3.14 times your radius squared. So 3.14 times 6 squared is, and so what I did was did my 6 squared first. 6 times 6 is 36, and then 36 times 3.14 gave me 113 4/100ths. On number 2, they gave us the diameter. That's really important because remember, we can't use the diameter in this equation. There's not two equations for it. With our circumference, we could pick and choose what equation we wanted to use, but not on this one. So we have to do our radius or our diameter divided by 2. So 28 divided by 2 gives me the radius of 14. And then now we can use pi r squared. So we have 3.14 times 14 squared. So 14 times 14 is 196. So then 196 times 3.14 gives me 615 44/100ths. All right, so now we are going to do the area of a semicircle. So with a semicircle, there's a couple of steps. First, we need to know that we need the radius. So we only want half of this. So first we need to find the radius. So we're going to do radius equals diameter divided by 2. So 30 divided by 2 equals 15, and that's my radius. And if they gave you just the radius, like down here on number 3, they give you the radius, so you don't have to do that step. But like on these two, they didn't give you the radius, they just told you what it is all the way across. You have to do this step first. Then the next step I'm going to do is find the area of a circle. So I know I have pi times r squared. So 3.14 times 15 squared. So now I'm going to do 15 times 15, and I get 225 times 3.14. So now I'm going to multiply by 3.14, and I get 706 5/10. That's this answer right here. And then that's a whole circle. So that would be this entire thing if I drew it and continued the circle. But I only have half, so I need to cut this in half. So I'm going to divide it by 2. So divide by 2, and I get 353.25. And this is my answer. I don't have to do anything else. Because what happens here is I found the whole area of my circle, and when I cut it in half and I take only half of it, I'm still, sorry, this is a fail. When I take half of it, I still have this whole piece colored in. So I don't have to add anything here because all of it's colored in already. It's like if I took half a piece of pizza or half of a pizza. With the last thing we did, we had to add this section here, but that's because we were trying to walk across it like it was a bridge. Now we already have everything we need, so we don't have to do any extra step. So it's just this is my answer. All right, so I want you to try 3 and 4 on your own, and then you're going to check your answers with 9, and you don't have to do them. Okay, number 1, we have 3.14 times our radius, which is 11 squared. So 11 times 11 is 121, times 3.14 is 379.94. And then this is half of a circle, so we want to divide it by 2. So we're going to divide by 2. That's not the highlighter. And we get the answer of 189.97. For number 4, they gave us the diameter, so we had to do what we did in example 1 above, right here, this one. And so we had to do 8 divided by 2, which is 4, so now we found our radius. So we do 3.14 times r squared, so 3.14 times 4 squared. 4 squared just means we do 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So 3.14 times 16 gives us 50.24. Divide by 2 because it's a half circle, and we get 25.12. And that is all that we have to do for that. I am actually going to make it to where we can skip this. And instead, I want you guys to start your homework. So your homework is on big ideas. So go to big ideas. And start that homework. If you have any questions, just email me.